こんにちは、皆さん。今日、私たちは日本語を勉強しています。質問があれば、私に聞いてください。Greetings, everyone. Today we're studying Japanese. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask me at any time. We're going to continue with Immersion with Card Captor Sakura.
こいつも見えないけど、なんとなくわかるらしい。勝手にミーミー泣いてたから。
お母さん、今もよく見るの？
いや、俺が中学上がった頃はもういなかった。やっぱ、母さんがいなくて寂しいのか。
やっぱ、母さんがなくて、寂しいのか。Let's see. Let's see. Oh, just Kas. Oh, he just said Kasa, not Okasan, yeah. Yappa, Kasan ga, ai, inakute. Okay. So, oh, Kasan ga, inaku. Okay, this is probably from inai, which is considered the negative form of idu. And so, inakute is in its connective form. So, Okasan not exist, sad? Lonely, lonesome, desolate. And Yapa also. Okay, is it trying to say like also if that wasn't mother, then I wonder if she's lonely or something. Oh no, okay. I guess I just miss mom, don't I? How does that mean that? I guess I just miss mom, don't I? I guess I miss mom after all. I guess I'm just lonely without mom.
いや、俺が中学上がった頃はもういなかった。やっぱ、母さんがいなくて寂しいのか。
Yapa. So also, even so, okay. Let's see. Explain the grammar of this phrase. Yappa is a casual contraction of yapati, meaning after all or as expected. Kasan. That's what he said, right? Let's see.
頃はもういなかった。やっぱ、母さんがいなくて寂しいのか。
Yes. inakute, the negative form of iru. Okay, the verb conjugates from inai. Sabishi, lonely, lonesome. Noga, grammatical structure combining normalizer no and the question mark particle. This turns the preceding statement into a question, often implying a search for understanding, confirmation, or rhetorical question. So it's more like saying, I wonder if I'm just lonely. As basically, I wonder if I'm just lonely because mom's not here. Let's see. This turns the preceding statement into a question, often implying a search for understanding, confirmation, or rhetorical question. Let's see. How does this mean? While the literal translation is so, am I lonely because mom isn't here? The speaker can be reflecting on their own feelings. The no-cop particle, when used interrogatively, turns the statement into a self-directed question where the speaker is realizing or confirming their own emotions. Okay. Ka-san ga inakute, because mom isn't here. Okay, this is the identified cause of the... Okay, so it's being interpreted that way because that first part of the sentence is in the connective form, as you can see with inakute. So like from mom not being here, uh, I'm lonely essentially, or because mom's not here, I'm lonely. The structure turns the preceding clause into a question. When used for self-reflection, it's like saying, "Is that so? So why? So this is why." Or I connecting their lonely directly to their loneliness directly to their mother's absence, realizing that the core of their feeling is missing her. Okay, so it has to do with this inakute structure, okay, or this kute structure. Yappa, okasan ga nakute sabishii no ka?
あった頃はもういなかった。やっぱ母さんがいなくて寂しいのか。
そんなことないと思うよ。ないと思うのもしょう。
あった頃はもういなかった。やっぱ母さんがいなくて寂しいのか。
そんなことないと思うよ。ただ会えるなら会いたいと思うのもしょう。そんなこと。
そんなことないと思うよ. So that's not that kind of thing does not exist. So in other words, I don't think it's that. And the think is coming from the fact he's using a mo. And this to is quoting this whole phrase before it. So sonna koto nai to omou yo.
やっぱ母さんがいなくて寂しいのか。
そんなことないと思うよ。ただ会えるなら会いたいと思うのもしょうがないかも。 会えるなら会い
So yeah, tada. I, I, I do. Let's see. So to meet. So I do able to meet. Tada. So still okay. I do nada. If I was able to meet nada, I'd want to meet. To omo no mo. So if I'm able to meet, then I would want to meet. Shoganai kamo. Oh, shoganai. Okay, that doesn't have to do that with way. So shoganai, in other words, there's no way. So basically, there's nothing you can do about if you are able to meet one. So still, there's nothing you can do about uh thinking about the fact that if you're able to meet, you'd want to meet. I think that's what they're trying to say. So okay, so let's see. If I remember correctly, I wonder, isn't kamo generally used in structures like kamo shiranai? Let's see. Explain the grammar of in English. See, but I guess it's only natural to want to see her if you have the chance. That's how this translator's translating it. Okay. Yeah, this is the show as in Shogunai, there's no other way. Okay, tada. The adverb functions as a softener or prelude to a concession. In this context, it translates to just or only or simply. It sets the stage for the speaker to acknowledge a specific feeling or thought that follows, often implying that while the feeling exists, it's natural and unavoidable part of the situation. It can also carry nuance of, however, but depending on the broader context, signaling a shift in tone. The Aeru nada, the conditional clause derived from ao to meet. So aeru, potential form of ao, okay, can meet. Nada, the conditional particle meaning if. Together, aeru nada means if I can meet. Aitai to, let's see. Aitai to omo no mo. This segment describes the internal desire and packages it as a noun for the main predicate. Aitai, evolution from ao, meaning want to meet. So tomo, literally to think, but commonly used to express a desire or opinion. So aitai tomo means to think that I want to meet. or simply to want to meet. No, normalize return the preceding clause aitai to omo into a noun phrase. The fact that I want to meet. Okay, oh, so the first part is not actually part of the noun phrase then? Okay, so apparently everything before this nada and everything before it is not part of the noun phrase. So, tada, I do nada. If I'm able to meet, there's nothing you can do about wanting to meet. I don't know. To do about thinking about wanting to meet. Oh, there's nothing you can do about thinking about wanting to meet. About thinking wanting to meet. AK, it's only natural. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, I guess. Shogunai Kamal. Okay, shogunai derived from means cannot be helped, unavoidable. There's nothing I can do about it. Kamo, short for kamo shiranai. I thought so. This indicates uncertainty or possibility. Translated to maybe, perhaps. Together, shogunai kamo means maybe it can't be helped, or perhaps there's no other way. So can it not be helped? I don't know. It's literally the more literal translation structure for that. Or let's see. There's no other way. Yeah, that's for the. So, does no way exist? Okay, so. Show. Way method. So method doesn't exist. In other words, there's no method. So is the no. So shogunai kamo shiranai is like uh, does no way exist? I don't know. Doesn't it usually get like translated as I wonder? Let's see, in this translation, but let's see, but I guess, hence the kamo on the end. Okay, so, but I guess it's only natural to want to see her if you have the chance. So, tada, aeru nara, aitai to omou no mo, sho kamo. Well, literally, just that, if you're able to meet her, to think about wanting to meet her. Okay, if you're able to meet her, uh, does no way exist to not think of, does no way exist to, let's see, does no way exist to think about wanting to meet her. In other words, I guess no way exists for let's see. Let's see. If you're able to meet her, thinking about wanting to meet her, no way exists. Well, there's no other way. So let's see. As for wanting to meet her, there's no other way. So, does no other way exist for wanting to meet her? In other words, it's natural to want to meet her. Okay. Okay, soただ、会えるなり会いたいと思うのもしょうがないかも。
やっぱ母さんがいなくて寂しいのか。
そんなことないと思うよ。ただ会えるなら会いたいと思うのもしょうがないかも。さくらちゃんもいろいろあるんだから今日のことしょうがないかも。さくらちゃんもいろいろあるんだから。
さくらちゃんもいろいろあるんだから。Okay. One moment. Okay, so Sakura-chan mo iro so variety of things exist for Sakura-chan. Iro, various variety. What he used aru, so maybe he's trying to say Sakura-chan has a variety of things. See, Sakura-chan has her own problems to deal with after all. How did you get that? Explain the grammar of... Okay, so... Sakura-chan iro arun dakara. Many different things, okay. Aru, to exist. Okay, normalizer, plain form of des, okay. Kara, because... It's because there are all sorts of things going on, suggesting that Sakura's actions or moods should have been understood in light of unseen circumstances. Nuance or context, okay. The sentence itself is often used defensively or sympathetically, okay. Iro na can modify nouns directly. Okay, iro aru is idiomatic. Wait. Iro is a non-adjective. Oh yeah, it's probably missing the particle wo, but the here. Between iro and aru. How does this mean? How does iro aru mean have problems? It literally means there are various things, but in context it often implies there are problems or a lot going on, or it's complicated. Okay, iro means various, okay, aru to exist. used for inanimate objects, so iru suggests unspecified circumstances or issues, often emotional, personal, situational challenges. While it doesn't literally mean problems, it's commonly used as a polite or vague way to refer to difficulties without going into detail. Okay. So, Sakura-chan mo iro arun da kara.
ただ会えるなら会いたいと思うのもしょうがないかも。さくらちゃんもいろいろあるんだから今日のこと叱らないように。
今日のことsomething らないように。
と思うのもしょうがないかも。さくらちゃんもいろいろあるんだから今日のこと叱らないように。
叱らないように。Oh, shikara from shikaru to scold. Shikara nai, that's right. I think I recognize that kanji. Okay. Kyo no koto. So as today's things, shikara nai yo ni. So scolding way towards that. So Sakura's been a lot, so please don't. Sakura's been through a lot, so please don't scold her about what happened today. Explain the grammar of this. It's Kyo no koto. Today's things, okay. Possessive, okay. Shikara nai yo ni. To scold, not scold. See, yoni, so that, in order to, use to express a desired outcome. Let's see, I know yoni is like, or so that in order to. So I guess it's saying, as for today's things, move in the direction, or go towards not scolding in a non-scolding way. Or like a non-scolding. Any questions so far? Okay, we'll continue then if there's no questions. Okay. So then, so like is something or in order that so as to so how does something mean both like and in order that see this is I looked up yo what yo ni what is yo by itself appearing local way to method of form so form style so the style of not scolding I guess so I guess that's how appearing looking way to okay so looking like or method of essentially I guess and this is going towards the method of not scolding so as for today's things don't scold but go towards not scolding Sakura-chan mo iro aruんだから今日のこと知らないように今日のこと知らないように
と思うのもしょうがないかも。さくらちゃんもいろいろあるんだから今日のこと叱らないように。でもそんなにさくらちゃんのこと可愛くて仕方ないんなら
でもそんなにさくらちゃんのことSo that kind of Sakura-chan thing, kawaii-kute, so is cute. So because that's cute, she shikatanai nara. Okay, shikatanai is probably short for shikataganai. I guess, so I guess, but that kind of thing, there's nothing you can do about it because Sakura-chan is cute or something like that. But no, that's right, it ends with nada. Okay, but you really can't help but think Sakura's so cute. Okay, that's how the translator translate it. So, demo sonani Sakura's Oh, that's right. It's not Sakura's thing, as if like what was going on today. Sakura no Koto, we're talking about and when you say someone's Koto, you're talking about an aspect of them. That's right. Like a trait of them, like a details about them. So as for an aspect of Sakura, Oh, that's right. And then Sonane, I think, is emphasizing the extremeness of the cuteness. That much cuteness, essentially. Or that kind of cuteness. And then Sakura-chan no koto ko kawaikute. See, but if you really can't help but think Sakura's so cute, this Shikata Nai. It's weird. It's having trouble parsing this. I go kawaii kute shikata nai. There's no way. See, but if you really can't help, let's see, but you really can't help but think Sakura's so cute. Explain the grammar of this phrase. Okidai, dislike, hated, disagreeable. This is the stronger version of Iya. Okay, so kawaii kute, te form of kawaii meaning cute. The te form connects this clause to the following condition. Okay, shikata nai, literally no way or method or hopeless. When combined with te in the phrase, te shikata nai means cannot help but, can't stand, or because it's so intense. It expresses that the feeling is so strong it's uncontrollable. Not a conditional particle, meaning if, or in the case that it sets up the condition for the main clause, which is omitted, but implies, e.g., then you should buy or something, okay, or whatever. So no, demonstrative adjective mean like that or such. In this context, it modifies the adverb ni to form sona ni, which means to the extent, so much, or that much. And it emphasizes the degree of the following adjective. Okay, Sakura-chan no koto Sakura-chan is the proper, okay. Okay, koto, which acts as an object marker, okay. While wo marks the object of the verbs, let's see, koto or wa is often used to mark an object of an emotional state or descriptive adjectives like suki, kirai, kawaii, okay. So, demo, sonani, Sakura-chan no koto kawaii kute shikata nai nara. Let's see. So there's if there's no way that Sakura's that cute, but if you really can't help but think Sakura's so cute. Anyway, continuing this, so demo sonani Sakura-chan no koto kawaii kute shikata nai nara.
らないようにでもそんなにさくらちゃんのこと可愛くて仕方ないんなら意地悪するのやめればいいのに。
あ、俺だけだ。
さくらちゃんもいろいろあるんだから今日のこと叱らないようにでもそんなにさくらちゃんのこと可愛くて仕方ないんなら意地悪するのやめればいいのそんなにさくらちゃんのこと可愛くて仕方ないんなら意地悪
Let's see. Ijiwaru. So, probably idea, thought, ground, earth, bad. Malicious, ill-tempered, unkind, mean, nasty. Ijiwaru. So, thought, grounded, and bad. And this is a non-adjective, okay. So, ijiwaru suru no, no yamere ba. Okay, so yameru to stop. Yamereru is able to stop. Oh no, that's right, it's reba. That's right, so there's no potential in this. This is just the conditional eba form, so yamereba. Yameru. Yeah. やめれば。So, I don't mention this being a sudo verb. Let's see. So, ijiwaru sudo no. So, if you're able to stop doing malicious things, it would be good. And then no need, but it's going to be contrasted with something. So I don't think he says it. I think it's just implies that he doesn't think he is actually able to stop. Although, でも、そんなにさくらちゃん、こと可愛くて、あ、し、あ、仕方ないなら、so, so I guess if you're able, if you think Sakura-chan is so cute, then it would be good if you're able to stop doing malicious things. Let's see how this translator translates it. Oh, but if you think Sakura is so cute you can't help yourself, you should just stop being mean to her. Let's see. What would be the full sentence of with all missing articles put back in? Let's see. There's demo sonani mo Sakura-chan no koto shouldn't there be a ga or wa there? Let's see. Sakura-chan no koto kawaii-kute shikata nai nara. Ijiwaru. The verb yameru this type requires an object marker when stopping a specific action. Okay. So the thing in it would be iji waru suru no wo ya yamereba. Mm. See, if you're able to stop, it would be good. If you're able to stop doing malicious things, it would be good. But if Sakura-chan is... Let's see, if Sakura-chan... Let's see, if there's no other... If there's no other way but... If there's no other way but Sakura-chan is that cute, or... Find the grammar of this long phrase. No ni, a conjunctive particle expression of regret or counter expectations. Let's see, full translation. It would be better if you stopped being mean. I wish you would, even if Sakura-chan is that unbearably cute. What gives it that unbearably cute meaning? Let's see. Let's see, the phrase Sonani Sakura-chan no koto kawaii kute shikata nai mean that much unbearably cute gets its intense meaning from the combination of two grammatical elements, Sonani and te shikata nai. Sonani, okay, that much adverb sets the degree or extent of the cuteness. It translates to that extent, or so much, or that much. It emphasizes that the cuteness is not just present, but it is at a high level. Kawaii kute shikata nai, can't help, it's unbearable. This is a common Japanese expression to convey being overwhelmed by a feeling. So can't be helped. It's that cute, it can't be helped, or that it's unbearably cute. Okay, so kawaii kute shikata nai means like unbearably cute. In other words, whatever precedes it, it's unbearable. Shikata nai can't be helped. It cannot stand that. Unbearable, cannot help. でも、そんなにさくらちゃんのこと可愛くて仕方ないなら、意地悪する。いや、意地悪するのやめれば。So, if that unbearably cute. So if they're that unbearably cute, so let's see. It would be good if you. See, doing malicious. Let's see. Okay, it would be good if you stopped doing malicious things. Let's see. Let's see. Even if Sakura-chan is that unbearably cute, it would be good if you stopped being mean. Okay, I think that's probably the best translation. And it comes from. Okay, そんなにさくらちゃんのこと可愛くて仕方ないなら、意地悪するのやめればいいのに。So, more literally, Sakura-chan is that cute. There's nothing you can do about it. So, even if Sakura-chan is that cute and there's nothing you can do about it, say, is where the unbearably cute comes from. And then, if you stop being mean, it would be good. So, in other words, even if Sakura-chan is unbearably cute, you should stop being mean or malicious. Ijiwaru. I guess that's in reference to his earlier statement of saying he would always say things when she was younger that would like, oh, there's a ghost lady over there kind of thing, or the ghost grandpa over there. So, ijiwaru suru no yamereba ii no ni.
でもそんなにさくらちゃんのこと可愛くて仕方ないんなら意地悪するのやめればいいのに。
こいつで遊んでいいのは俺だけだ。
シスター
こいつで遊んでいいの。
Koitsude, so in other words, when it comes to this person, or when it comes to her, Koitsude, a Sunday, playing a Sunday is good. Let's see, Noah, ore, let's see, ore da, let's see, ore dake, so just I. ore dake da. So when it comes to it being good for playing around with this person, it's only I can do that. So only, in other words, he's basically saying like only I can tease her. Yeah, the translator's like saying I'm the only one allowed to play with her, but in this case, it's implied that he's referring to teasing essentially, or messing with her. So, koitsu de a Sunday, ii no wa ore dake da. Or let's see, or more literally, when it comes to playing with her being a good idea, it's only just for I. It's only a good idea just for myself. So, koitsu de a Sunday ii no wa ore dake da.
そんなにさくらちゃんのこと可愛くて仕方ないんなら意地悪するのやめればいいのに。
こいつで遊んでいいのは俺だけだ。
シスターコンプレックスって知ってる？
俺だけだ。
シスターコンそんなにさくらちゃんのこと可愛くて仕方ないんなら意地悪するのやめればいいのに。
こいつで遊んでいいのは俺だけだ。
シスター
Sister complexute shiteru. Okay. So that generally gets used for knowing, understanding. So in other words, do you? Oh, I see. The sute is just the quoting it. Okay, so sister complexu selexute shiteru. So as for the said sister complex, do you know about it? So do you know about the sister complex? Let's see, do you know what a sister complex is? So, sister complex sute shiteru.
ないんなら意地悪するのやめればいいのに。
こいつで遊んでいいのは俺だけだ。
シスターコンプレックスって知ってる？
うるせえ。
うるせえ。
俺だけだ。
シスターコンプレックスって知ってる？
うるせえ。
Okay, so this is from urusai, but as you commonly see with a lot of words, they sometimes the I's become E's, so urusei. And it basically means noisy, which is how you tell someone to shut up in Japanese. You basically say noisy, and that's how you tell someone to be quiet or shut up, essentially. So, urusei.
つで遊んでいいのは俺だけだ。
シスターコンプレックスって知ってる？
うるせえ。
シスターコンプレックスって知ってる？
うるせえ。うるせえ。
Let's see. Noku or knock. Okay. Hi, yes, or what is it?
さくらちゃん、ともよちゃん、お体大丈夫ですの？今日お休みでしたでしょ？
See, okay. See, okay, daijoubu des. Or in other words, des no, or is your body alright? Or in other words, are you alright? Basically, are you healthy? And kyo. Let's see, oyasumi deshita desho. Let's see. Today, have been taken have been breaking essentially, or taking a rest, and then saying it more like in a suggestive way, not more of an order sounding way. So, kyo oyasumi deshita desho. In other words, are you all right? Have you been resting? Let's see. Are you feeling okay? Uh, you had the day off. Okay, you've been resting essentially. Okay. Yeah, it can mean holiday, but it can also mean like taking a rest in general. So you have been resting, right? Let's see. Why is desho in this? Let's see. Desho is used to seek confirmation or agreement regarding the fact that the speaker believes to be true. Instead of bluntly saying you were off today, oyasumi deshita, the speaker uses desho to soften the statement, making it sound less like a direct accusation or demand for information and more like a polite observation. See, softening assertion. Okay, seeking validation. I think this is what this is supposed to be. The rising intonation associated with desho in this context turns the statement into a question that expects a yes response. It translates to, you were off today, weren't you? Okay, oh, you were taking a break today, weren't you? Okay. I assume you were taking a break, correct? So it's basically to make it sound more like a question. Okay. Politeness. As a polite form of dado, desho is appropriate for checking on someone's well-being, maintaining a respectful tone while confirming the speaker's assumption about the listener's schedule. I I wonder if, let's see, I know in casual they tend to drop question things, but I wonder if this is supposed to be like a casual question, but with like strong emphasis, as in like you have been doing this, right? So instead of just saying the no, that they really wanted to know this answer. So there's like they say the desho. So, oh yeah, otai. Did she say Okada or Otai? I think she said Otai. Let's hear that again.
お兄ちゃんが休め。
シスターコンプレックスって知ってる？
うるせえ。
さくらちゃん、ともよちゃん、お体大丈夫ですの？
Oh, okay, Karada. Okay. Okarada.
さくらちゃん、ともよちゃん、お体大丈夫ですの？今日お休みでしたでしょ？
Okarada daijobu desu no. 今日お休みでしたでしょ
お体大丈夫ですの？今日お休みでしたでしょ？全然平気。
zenzen heki. So yes, so that is okay, so that is zenzen used for not completely, but it can only be used with negative words usually, so it's not at all its usual translation. And then heki. The heki, cool, calm, composed, unconcerned. Zen, nonchalant. So basically fine, okay, unconcerned, okay. But using zenzen heki. To explain the grammar of zenzen heki. Unworried or fine, okay. Let's see. Traditional rules. Zenzen plus negative verb, adjective. Zenzen heki. Heki. Ja arimasen is I am not fine at all. Okay, modern casual usage. Zenzen plus positive verb plus adjective for emphasis. Zenzen heki, totally fine. The affirmative use is informal and common in daily conversation, particularly when reassuring someone. Okay, so this is something that gets only used in casual Japanese, in which you use zenzen's completely meaning in a positive sense and not in a negative sense like it's only supposed to be used in more formal Japanese. Okay, so used by young people is a bit of a meme sometimes. Let's see, Zenzen using this post has an answer with examples of Zenzen in an affirmative sense going back over 100 years. One thing to say is that the association with denial is pretty strong to an extent where it is often used in an affirmative sense, with the nuance that an existing negative expectation isn't true and that there is no so that an existing negative expectation isn't true and that there was no problem. So one situation, Zenzen Wakaru might fit is when there is an expectation that you don't understand and you're saying there's no problem, you get it for sure. So I guess in addition to being used in negative verbs and adjectives, it can also be used if you're in a situation in which the negative is expected but it's not true, the positive is true. In this case, how Sakura-chan was using it, Zenzen Heki, in other words, the expectation of not being fined is not true. So I guess that means it can either be used in negative sentences or with negative expectations or expected. Zenzen was originally used to express both affirmation and negation, for example. Let's see. In Kokutoda Dokubo's Beef and Potatoes from 1901, I was completely a slave to love. Okay, affirmation. Natsume Soseki's I Am a Cat, 1905. Okay. A Madonna who bore no resemblance whatsoever, negation. Let's see, Natsume Soseki, after that, 1909. It seemed that all the pent-up feelings in my stomach were entirely focused on rice and meat, affirmation. Translations are interesting. Okay, and so on. Eventually it came to be used more frequently with negative forms following it, meaning not even a little, but it still appears to have been used in a positive sense in conversations, as seen in Ango Sakaguchi's Ango Street Talk 1950. A prego is really great. Or Kazuo Kikuta, Your Name 1952. The way that person speaks is really gentle, okay. Let's see, it is used in such forms. Therefore, historically speaking, Zenzen affirmative form is not incorrect. It simply means that over the past few decades, it has been used more frequently alongside of the negative form. Any questions so far? Okay, then we're going to continue if there's no questions so far. Zensen Heki.
お体大丈夫ですの？今日お休みでしたでしょ？うん、全然平気。お兄ちゃんが休めって言うから。
お兄ちゃんが、休み yasumi comes from yasumu, and then yasumu that's a Nubumu ending. So why is it being conjugated? Oh, this is quoting it. Okay, yeah. Yasumete, so yasume. So to take a break, but more in the command form, and then so oni-chan ga yasumete iu kara. So my brother said to take a break, and then from that, oni-chan ga yasumete iu kara.
お体大丈夫ですの？今日お休みでしたでしょ？うん、全然平気。お兄ちゃんが休めって言うから。ケロちゃん。ごめんな、わいなんもできへんで。
ごめんな。ごめんな。why nan mo deki hen de. So deki hen is kansai ben for deki nai. In other words, not able to. And then nanmo is anything essentially. It generally gets translated as nothing though. Let's see. So in gomen na, why is it saying gomen na? I know so basically it's like sorry there was nothing I was able to do. Explain the grammar behind this. Gomenna. The colloquial contraction of gomenna sai meaning I'm sorry. Gomen, the casual stem from moyasu meaning to excuse, to pardon. Na, okay, in standard Japanese would typically be the particle ne for softening or simply dropped. However, in Kansai-ben, na is frequently used as a sentence-ending particle to replace ne for emphasis or softness. It is also a common phonetic shift in casual speech where the final sound is softened or altered. So gomen na can be seen as a dialectal variant of gomen ne. Okay, so that's just a sentence-ending particle. So that's two sentences essentially. Okay, gomen na wai namo deki hende. So in other words, not able to do anything, or in other words, I couldn't do nothing. Though usually in Japanese, if you want to say, have more of an anything type meaning, you say non-demo. But if you want to have more of a nothing meaning, you say non-mo. Why does non-mo mean nothing? Contraction of nanimo, which combines the question word na with particle mo. In Japanese grammar, when nani is paired with mo, a sentence with a negative verb such as narimasen, it creates a negative negation, a complete negation, translating to not anything or nothing. Contradiction. Non-mo and casual spoken. Okay. Oh, contraction. Okay. Non-mo is a casual spoken contraction of nani-mo, often used in daily conversation. The negative the particle mo triggers a negative scope when attached to question words. Therefore, nanimo plus negative verb is nanimo nai, literally means not any or nothing. Contrast with affirmative. Without a negative verb, non-demo is typically used to mean anything or whatever, whereas nanimo or non-mo specifically requires a negative context to mean nothing. Let's see, why is nanimo negative while non-demo positive in the absence of other of negative words? Difference between the nanimo and non-demo lies in how the particle mo interacts with the grammatical context, particularly verb polarity. Nanimo, this combines the question word nani particle with the particle mo, is used for complete negation when paired with negative verbs. Okay, naimasen. The structure nanimo negative verb means nothing or nothing, not anything. For example, nanimo tebenai means I won't eat anything. Without a negative verb, this construction is grammatically incorrect and highly unnatural. non-demo. Okay, this combines 90 with demo. The de in demo comes from demonai. The negative form of de aru. Interesting. I thought de aru used a different de. Okay. Or to be. So demo on its own means anything or everything, and it's used with positive verbs. For example, non-demo taberu means I can eat anything. It can also be used in positive statements to mean everything, as in non-demo dekiru, meaning I can do anything. In essence, the mo particle with the question word creates a universal negative, nothing, no one, only a negative sentences, while demo, a universal positive, anything or everything, in the affirmative sentence. Gomenna, okay, why nanmo dekihen de?
ケロちゃん。ごめんな、わいなんもできへんで。ありがとう。
Or no arigato. In other words, no to that negative expression he was just experiencing. It's like no, or basically forget about it, and then thank you after that. Or in other words, another way you could think of it is as no, as in don't think that way.
ごめんな、わいなんもできへんで。ありがとう。いい匂い。
Inioi, good smell. Or in other words, it smells good.
でも一体何だったんでしょう、あの光は。
Demo, itai, nandata. Let's see, itai nandatan desho. Ano hikari wa, let's see. But for that whole situation, or itai, what was that? That light. But what on earth was that light? Okay. Or if you separate it like, what on earth was that? Okay, so that's right, it's not whole situation, it's like, and how we say basically what on earth, in other words, trying to emphasize that the situation. Demo itai nandatan desho ano hikari wa? Yeah, itai literally means one body. In other words, the whole situation. And it gets used to mean like, what the heck, or something like that. Oh, konnichiwa, Akula7620, Genki desu ka? If you have any questions about Japanese, then feel free to ask. そう、でも一体何だったんでしょうあの光は。
でも一体何だったんでしょうあの光は。お母さんがいたの、あの森の中に。お母さんが
お、お母さんがいたの、あの森の中に。So in other words, mother had existed in the forest.
でも一体何だったんでしょうあの光は。お母さんがいたの、あの森の中に。でもみんなが見たものはバラバラでしたわ。あの森の中に。
でもみんなが見た、見たものは、もの、見たものは、OK。でもみんなが見たものは、So as for, everyone's saw thing, see, bara, uh, bara des, desta wa, let's see, bara, scattered, dispersed, loose, disconnected in pieces and drops. So to do disconnected, and I think it's trying to say everyone saw different things. But what everyone saw was different. Pseudo verb. See, bara shita. It was all over the place. To be disconnected, aka different, I guess. でも、みんなが見たものはバラバラでしたわ。So, as for the things that everyone saw, they were different, or they were disconnected. でも、みんなが見たものはバラバラでしたわ。
あの森の中に。でもみんなが見たものはバラバラでしたわ。女の人を見たのはさくらちゃんだけです。女の人。
私、女の人を見たのは、So, saw a woman, Sakura-chan, だけです。So, Sakura-chan just saw a woman. I think she's trying to say, like, you probably just saw a woman and it wasn't your mother. Oh no, okay, so Sakura was the only one that saw a woman. Okay. So, 女の人をOkay, 女の人を見たのは, so as for seeing a woman, Sakura-chan dake desu. So Sakura-chan was the only one. So, 女の人を見たのはSakura-chanだけです。
森の中に。でもみんなが見たものはバラバラでしたわ。女の人を見たのはさくらちゃんだけです。今回はやめた方がええな。今回はや
今回はやめた。So, 今回as it's either this, I think it's this time, or is it next time? No, I think it's this time. Let's see. 今回はやめた。Okay, to stop way ho ga ena. So as for this time, oh, this is how you say something would be good. Let's see. So stopping would be good. So in other words, we have to stop this. This time now. Okay. Okay, I see. So he's using this more like now. So this time or now. Okay, so as for now, we have to stop this. Or 今回はやめてほがええな. And this e is basically e, but in Kansai Ben, you and other examples, you often see the e's become as. Let's see, ho. So in the direction of stopping it, it would be good. So now, in the direction of stopping it would be good. In other words, we have to stop this. What does mean that doesn't make sense. The translator says, I think it's better not to do it this time. I don't know, from what I can tell, this is supposed to mean that we should we need to stop this. And talking about the situation. I think it's just a translator error. So 今回はやめた方がええな。
です。今回はやめた方がええな。クローカードかホンマモンの幽霊か知らんが。クローカード。
クラカードがほんまもんの幽霊が知らんが、okay,知らん is probably supposed to be 知らない。See, ほんま What is ほんま Okay, so Honma is truth or reality, so... Okay, so truth, reality. So, kora kado ga... So, okay, that's the kanji of, let's see, that's the kanji of... Origin in true and reality, okay. So, Kodako ga truth, reality, thing. True things, no yude, ghost. Maybe it's supposed to be like, if it's a true ghost. I don't, Shiranai, I don't know, or Shiran. Okay, that's what the translator says. See, I don't know if it's a cloud card or a real ghost. So Mon is probably from Mono thing. So, basically, the real thing ghost. In other words, oh, there's a ka here. Kadao karo ka. Oh, honmon no yude ka. Shiran. So, cloud card or let's see, is it a cloud card or a real ghost? I don't know. In other words, I don't know whether. Or, yeah, I don't know whether it's a cloud card or a real ghost. So, yeah, this is ka, not ga. So, let's see. Cloud card ka honma mon no yurei ka shiran ga.
だけです。今回はやめた方がええな。クローカードかホンマモンの幽霊か知らんが、相手はワイを弾き飛ば。今回はやめた方がええな。クローカードかホンマモンの幽霊か知らんが、相手はワイを弾き飛ばして気絶させるほどの力の持ち主や。
Let's see. Aite, companion, partner, company, other. Oh, opponent. That's right. It could mean either companion or opponent. In this case, I think it's opponent. Let's see. Mutual together and then hand. Okay. So aite. 相手は Y を弾きと飛ばして、弾きと、yeah, this is from Tobu, so 飛ばす。Hajiki, to flick off, to give someone the flick, to send something flying, to hit a person, to knock down. That uses the kanji for fly, and that uses the kanji for hajiku. To play a stringed or keyboard instrument, to flip, to snap, to flick, to appel, to use an abacus to calculate. Basically, applying a force with, I guess, fingers against a string, whether it's flicking or just moving a beat along an abacus, is hajiku. So when you flick something and then it goes flying, you're flicking it away, essentially. And that's where this, hajiki to tobashite. Okay, that implies there's a word tobasu. Tobasu. To let fly, to make fly, transitive. Oh, it's, tobu is the intransitive, tobasu is the transitive. Kurakaro ga honmomon no yurei ka shiran ga, aite wa Y o hajiki tobashite. So in other words, to flick off myself. Oh, he's referring to when he hit the barrier earlier and got sent flying and was dazed. So Y o hajiki tobashite. Let's see. Kizetsu saseru. It's kizetsu. So kizetsusu. Let's see. Kizetsu and then saseru from suru. Okay. Feigning, losing consciousness. Well, he didn't so much. Well, he may have done it right afterwards, but he was more dazed that we saw. Let's see. Discontinue, sever, cut, abstain, interrupt. So it interrupted his mind, essentially, aka lost consciousness. Kizetsu. This. Does this make its own word? So kizetsu, fainting, and then saseru, so caused the faint. So it basically sent him flying and then caused him to faint. Hodo. So to the extent that it sent him flying and caused him to the extent of the power. So Hodo no Chikara power. So the kind of power that would send him flying and cause him to faint. And then Mochi Nushi, owner, proprietor, possess. So it possesses the power that can send him flying and cause him to faint. Motinushi, Lord, Chief, Master. Matsu's to have, so to have owner, aka to have ownership, means to possess something, okay. Shujin, head of Shujin, head of household, proprietor. It's also the word for husband. Yeah, one's husband, okay, Shujin. Okay. So Nuji, head. Okay, Nushi, head. And that word was... Yeah, Nushi, so Machi Nushi. Guardian spirit, head of household, subject of a rumor. Basically the head of something. So, as for the opponent, it professes the power to send me flying and knock me unconscious. It possesses the power to send me flying and to cause me to go unconscious. Okay, so kado ka honma mon no yurei ka shiran ga aite wa wai o hajiki tobashite kizetsu saseru hodo no chikara no machi nushi ya. In other words, I don't know if it's a card or a true ghost, but the opponent possesses the power to send me flying and knock me unconscious.
Crow card か本間もんの幽霊か知らんが、相手はワイを弾き飛ばして気絶させるほどの力の持ち主や。カード
クラウカードが本間もんの幽霊か知らんが、相手はワイを弾き飛ばして気絶させるほどの力の持ち主や。
かほんまもんの幽霊か知らんが、相手はワイを弾き飛ばして気絶させるほどの力の持ち主や。知らんが、相手はワイを弾き飛ばして気絶さ。
Oh, konnichiwa, Tan Lotus. Genki desu ka? I'm good. How are you? Let's see. Oh, and oh, thank you for the raid. If you have any questions about Japanese, then feel free to ask. And actually, shitsumon ga arimasu ka? Are there any questions? Hajiki tobashite or hajiki tobasu. Hajiki tobasu. Knockback. So flicking and then jumping or flying makes knockback, okay. Okay, so we're gonna raid Con TV. They're currently watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. That's gonna be the first raid. Let's see, the second raid's gonna be we're gonna raid Koa. She's currently drawing some anime art. And let's see, the last raid is going to be... Okay, so... Okay, we're gonna... We're gonna raid Side Scrollers Podcast. They're talking about games. Oh, they had rating turned off. Okay, we're gonna raid JP Level Up instead. Minasan, okiyotsukete. Mata ashita. Goodbye, everyone. See you tomorrow.